Good morning, everyone. We are Group 8, and we will present to you today the deep history of energy bars through the pemmican by the Native Americans. Now, let me ask you a question. Who here knows what an energy bar is? According to Wikipedia, energy bars are supplemental bars containing cereals, micronutrients, and flavor ingredients intended to supply quick food energy. Now that we have context, what is a pemmican? One might wonder if I am making random words up, but we kid you not, we aren't. The name pemmican comes from the Cree, pemmican, which means fat or grease. It is known as a traditional food made of protein, fat, and berries in the indigenous tribes of North America. It has a long shelf life and good nutritional density, which makes it ideal as a food source for hunters that prefer to travel light and for after the hunting season ends. The pemmican is made by drying the meat that was softened through multiple steps. It is held over a fire, pulverized, mixed with melted fat and marrow, and finally the berry or fruit paste, which gives it its taste and texture. It is then packaged and folded in a rawhide container called parfleche. Lo and behold, we have our first energy bar. About half a kilogram of pemmican contained as much nourishment as about 1.3 to 2.2 kilograms of fresh meat and could have been eaten dried or stewed with water. Post-colonization, pemmican was introduced to fur traders and quickly became sold as a form of sustenance during travel, especially to the traders in the prairies. In Canadian writing, pemmican was referenced as early as 1743, although its origins significantly predate this documentation. Peter Pond is credited with introducing this vital food to the trade in 1779, having obtained it from the Chippewyans in the Athabasca region. Later, posts along the Red, Assiniboine, and North Saskatchewan rivers were devoted to acquiring pemmican from Aboriginal peoples living in the region, as well as the Metis. Metis traveled onto the prairie in Red River carts, killed and butchered the bisons, converted the meat into pemmican, and shipped it in bags to trading posts such as Fort Alexander, Cumberland House, Fort Garry, Norway House, and Edmonton House. Pemmican was sufficiently important to the regional economy that in 1814, Governor Miles Macdonell passed the disastrous but short-lived Pemmican Proclamation, which forbade the export of any food supplies, including pemmican from the Red River Colony, nearly starting a war with the Metis. Pemmican was also made and used outside the region, by the Royal Navy, for example, which provisioned several Arctic expeditions with beef pemmican, made in England. The high demand resulted in the overhunting of American bison, causing near extinction of the species and the decline of the food itself. That is the story of the world's first energy bar. The pemmican is still being made by multiple groups of people around the world. However, the markets are now dominated by the more commercialized variants. That is the end of our presentation. Thank you. If you are interested, however, in trying out the original energy bar, please take a screenshot, have a go at it, and tell us how it went.